Telling me there's a chance.
There is a chance.
Telling me there's a chance here.
Whoa! There it is. Looking pretty tall there. Wait till you see what we're building up here. Jamie's not much of an interior designer. He can't even say Bianco. Matt, good talk, Russ. Here we go. Sending the walk plank up with machine first time. This should be a lot easier. Who's driving?
Jono.
All right, Jono's the man.
He's on it.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
Good.
Trying to make the work easier for the guys.
That's always good. So we are getting like a custom basket made for this thing, like with rails and everything that we could stand in and do this kind of work. We don't have it yet, but we're already finding out that just having the machine to help set up the scaffolding, like we lifted these walk boards up, they're already strapped together and all good to go, whoop, straight up there and into place, which would have took us like 10 or 15, 20 minutes just to do that by hand. I feel like at this moment, it's time to share some of my worst experiences as a builder or a carpenter, which is carrying one of these 24-foot walk boards, one end of it, up a ladder as high as you can, and then trying to reach out and get it over the bracket. What do you call it? The ladder jack? Yeah. Ladder jacks. They're very handy, but boy, I hate them. And because when you're reaching the limit of what you can hold and you're not there yet, and you just can't get it. And you're on top of a 30-foot ladder. And you've got someone on the other end of it doing the same thing. Yeah. That is just one of the worst things I can remember about building. So I feel like it was a monumental step today to watch that thing go up and be set with a machine. That was just real nice. It's snowing, by the way. No, have you seen it? Yeah, it's already reached the high. Jono! Jono! Right here. Just tell him to sit back there because I don't know how compacted this is. Keep coming, keep coming. Ooh. Hey, ho, Jono. The lever right next to your joystick, pull it back. Your forks are pointing downhill.
There you go. A little more, a little more. It's good.
That's about as much weight as we want to lift with that. You know what I think the best part of this lift is it gives us like a work table, almost like sawhorses on a roof that are flat. Yeah. It does. It's pretty awesome. Another really cool bit of progress we got going on this morning at the job is that Jeremy is preparing to build this giant retaining wall. What he's doing is cutting the bank back and then filling in with about a foot of this wash stone, compacting it level, and that'll be the base to set these giant concrete cast retaining wall block that stack like Legos on top of and go up about 8 feet high to retain the driveway and the backfill along the side of the house here. You can see here he's already rerouted the French drain, so it'll go down and under this wall and out to daylight. Otherwise, this corrugated pipe might just get crushed and pinched off right here and the French drain wouldn't work at all. So the base layer of this Magnum stone comes in 2 parts. We set this front or face part first and got it really level because everything's going to stack on it. It has to be perfectly level in both directions. Very important. And then there's this extender that locks into the back, and you can see mechanically how that would keep this block from being able to tip like this and letting the wall fail by getting pushed front ways. So all the bottom row or course has these extenders in it. Hey Jono, what you got on the notepad?
Your notepad.
Why are you making fun of?
Not yet. I'm gonna see what you have written on it first.
I don't have anything written on it.
That's a great idea, because like I'll take a number like as a cut guy and then walk off and forget it.
Well, and I always write mine on a board, and then somebody takes my board and it's got my measurement. Anyway, it's also weather waterproof paper.
Huh.
Dork! I'm sorry. I had to sneeze right there.
So this is when I write those 5 measurements Jason gives me for one board.
That's cool. All right, I love it.
This little black book. It's got all the girls' names and dates in it. As you can see, it's empty.
You expecting?
Thanksgiving was rough, bro. My buddy calls it the trifecta. It's Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Well, Christmas hasn't even happened
I know, but it's impossible to stay thin through those three unless you're really disciplined.
You only get one hoodie per season, so hope that one fits you for a while.
Yo, can I borrow your knife?
No, Jason stole my knife, had it for a day, gave it back to me, but then stole it back before he left again, had it for another day, and he just handed it back to me 4 minutes ago.
I literally woke up this morning, I was like,
Yeah.
how'd I get his knife? Like, I don't even remember taking it
This
from
is
you.
how you got it. You're going to borrow it again. There you go.
You got two of them.
I know.
You don't need this. I like this one.
I do too. That's why I carry it.
You did carry it. That's the operative word.
Do you need a knife?
No, I just had my bun upside down.
We're really close to wrapping the sheathing, so here's the plan, Ray.
Okay.
You guys do that,
Okay.
or keep working on it, and Jamie and I are going to figure out how to rig one of these posts with that machine to lift it up and start framing that other porch roof.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do the hand over again.
Nope. I definitely don't want to do that. Although we do have Jason here this time.
Yeah,
So.
you missed that.
I wouldn't say missed.
Yeah. Well, it's going to take us a minute to think about how long to cut it and how we're going to get it up there. And also set up scaffolding. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
Good talk, Russ. So what we're doing right now is in our minds recalling everything that worked and didn't work about how we built this section over here, this porch roof. That is, by the way, like 5 feet shorter than the one we have to do over there. And what worked really well was having this scaffolding on the outside to set the girders because they're kind of on the outside of the posts. But it's going to be $5 high if we do that.
Yep.
Is that right?
So.
I think that's what we're going to do, though. Do the whole double setup like this. 3 kind of towers, outside and outside. Then we can set the girders and the posts. Then we might have to take all that down, set the scaffolding on the deck to do the rafters and these posts that make up the rest of the column.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right. That's a lot of moving
Excuse me?
scaffolding.
Sorry?
It was the wind. It's really windy out here. You probably, I don't know what it was. It was a bird.
Wait till you see what we're building up here
What?
with the scaffold over here. It's going to be the biggest scaffold contraption you've ever seen in your life.
We have kitchen cabinet color samples.
Okay.
Well, and sheen samples. These are the gloss versions. I think they might come in a satin also. Is that?
That's a cabinet color, the gloss one?
Yeah, look at that. You see
I
that?
thought it was a countertop.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, now
Very shiny.
we didn't pick one yet or anything, but we got to look at all the options.
Jamie's not much of an interior designer.
You know,
He can't even say Bianco matte.
I don't even know what that is. Is that a thing? Do you like the gloss?
It does look a little more modern.
Yeah.
Which does go with the rest of the house. But I don't know. Does it work like paint where it shows a lot more, you think? Like smudges and all that?
I mean, you can look on it right now and see fingerprints.
Yeah.
If you do that.
Well, that answers that question.
Just be like, Brock, do not touch the cabinets.
What about the children?
Children, I'm going to tie your hands up like this.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about that.
So for everyone's reference, in this kitchen, there is a giant island right here and then cabinetry all along here. And on the plan, it shows this as a white kind of cabinets and the rest is gray.
Yes.
And she might go with that same idea.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow the plan, it's custom, but sometimes there's good ideas. And you can see what it looks like.
They already made it look really good.
Yeah, I do like the way it looks.
Yeah. I had a two-tone kitchen, and I thought it looked super cool.
Well, if you did it, then I guess I gotta do it.
But mine were lowers and uppers. I did like
Oh.
kind of sage green lowers and then white-ish uppers. These guys are still rolling with this wall sheathing, it just won't end. But it's coming close to an end, guys.
Dude, so close. Never ending.
Oh, yeah. I look pretty good on this side.
you good?
Yeah.
Is that all the way down flush?
Yeah. You wanna let me get a nail over here?
You didn't bring a gun?
I brought a board.
Let me get a nail in over here. To your grand plan.
Okay. Well, I don't have a grand plan. I was just gonna do a pro tip about measuring for sheets like this.
Yo, shut it!
That saw in the videos, like when I'm editing it,
Yeah.
it is so loud. I have to use software to actually take the noise down. Like
can do that?
Noise cancellation, yeah.
Is that what you do to my voice too?
No. Join me in thanking today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. With BetterHelp, you can connect with a therapist. They have 30,000 plus diverse therapists with different specialties and backgrounds, and you can do it all online, so it's much more convenient and much more comfortable than conventional therapy. So this time of year especially can feel so overwhelming with work, and then you've got holidays, expectations with family and friends, and then the new year where a lot of us feel like we have to overnight remake ourselves just to keep up with everyone else and what they're doing. And BetterHelp can be a great resource for anyone who is feeling just anxious and overwhelmed by this whole time of the year. One of their licensed therapists could help you to untangle those external pressures from your real internal values and get you squared back on your own route, or they can help you break down vague feelings of being left behind into specific addressable concerns that you can then deal with. They can also help you address feelings of inadequacy or comparison. I know that's a big thing for me, being online, trying not to compare myself to other people. And I've got some tools for that now, and it is a great thing to learn for sure. The new year's a blank slate for you to write your own story, and BetterHelp can help you with that. And if you fill out their questionnaire, they will match you with a licensed therapist based on your answers in as little as a couple of days. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Just click the link down in our video description below the video, or just head to betterhelp.com/Perkins and you'll get 10% off your first month's therapy. Thank you, BetterHelp. Let's get back to work. We are putting up the last few pieces of sheathing here on the walls. Let's give a round of applause for everybody. It's gonna come to an end. But for these pieces that butt into our rafters, which are angled right here, it would be a rookie move to just take the number tight in the corner like that. You can see that registers almost 16 3/4 to our window opening. What we have to take into account here is the thickness of the sheathing. So it's actually gonna bump into these tails about an inch out. So what I'm gonna do is turn the tape sideways, which is approximately an inch, and measure again, and you can see it's maybe 16 3/8 is our actual cut number. So that's a good tip if you're putting up anything that's gonna butt into something that's angled. Factor in the thickness of that material and you'll get the right measurement. Is this the last one, Ray?
Last one.
This is it.
That's it.
That's the one. And per usual, you guys drove cross country. And I'm gonna park the car. I'm gonna nail the last little tiny piece up and take credit for the whole job. There it is. Mega modern house, wrapped in zipboard, complete. Wow.
How's it feel?
I feel about the same, actually.
Yo, take that zip tape out of my hand again. See what happens. I'll shorp it.
Yep. This tape, you need to apply pressure to it for it to adhere. And on these little teeny pieces, we're just using this. They do recommend using the roller, zip roller. It's all over the tape. Roll the tape. That applies pressure to it. The adhesive sets fully. And thank you to Zip System. Appreciate it. Oh man, we got to get this outside corner zip tape somehow. Like up on the roof.
It's about the time when you go, oh yeah, honey, I'll call you right back, and then you disappear on the, disappear on the phone.
Hey, it's
I love that. All the time he's like, oh, I gotta take this call.
Yeah. Dude,
that.
that's the biggest perk of being the boss. Is just
I know, that's what
randomly
it
you can just walk away.
I know, that's so awesome. I wish I was not the boss.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
You got it?
I got it. I'm gonna do the old flip up with the hammer move. It's pretty easy. You just do that. Looking pretty tall there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go a full 6 to really get up there and work. So I don't want to be standing on the tip top of, I don't want to be like caged in.
Yeah, like a rail.
Yeah.
I like
it. Really the tallest scaffolding we've ever built.
Are you wearing 2 hats? He totally is.
I'm trying to stay warm.
I think that's it. Beam's gonna be right here. Perfect height. All right, check it out. Jamie got a brand new hand.
Look at that.
Ooh, it is fancy.
It is. This is the 3rd generation, the newest version of the Naked Prosthetics device here. And as many of you already know, I've been wearing one for about 3 years now. And this one is actually a prototype. This one actually now has some color options that they didn't have before on the fasteners. They have some pretty cool looking color on the fingertips. And there's lots of ways to customize it. They've got a new little clip right here on the wristband, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm going to give it a go.
It's pretty.
So I'm pretty excited about it. This is going to be my date night hand for a while, meaning it's not going to go on the job site because it'll get really nasty and scratched up. So I have this one to do the job site work.
And I gotta say, you have like worn your fingerprint off.
Yeah, they talk about wearing your fingers down to the bone. I wear these down all the time, but lucky for me, I don't feel it.
That's a wrap for today, and we can look forward to getting up on that scaffolding all weekend long. And I think we'll start doing that, building that porch roof Monday morning. Oh, it is gonna be raining Monday. Cancel that.
Thursday morning.
It's a rainy day, and we're back on the job site. I got twinsies going on this morning. Like always, 2 of us dress exactly the same. I don't know why that is. You got the glasses, headphones, hat, black all the way down, Perkins builders, tool belts, all the way down to the boots even. You guys are amazing. Can I be part of the team?
Yeah.
I got my gear.
There's always that one kid that wants to try to fit in,
Okay, let's do it.
Get glasses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't have any glasses on.
Okay, so as much as I'm dying to get up on this 35 feet of scaffolding, we're not going to be able to do it today because of the weather. So we're going to do some inside work, and trust me, there is plenty of that to be done on this job. We're going to figure out what makes sense to do here.
Here's something we can do. We need to put blocking in the ceiling for the faux beams and make like a substructure for the finish trim to nail to, all right? Now the spacing of those would be nice if they're perfectly equally spaced, right? But they have to line up with these 2 little side walls of the master bed and be kind of recessed in, kind of go in there. Now, only
Does
one
that
little
line
problem.
up with these?
It kind of does, yes, and it was designed to be that way, although on the drawings, there's multiple drawings with different, it's different, okay? But I get the big picture, all right, that's what's important. I just found out though, through my measuring to space these properly, that we actually built this wall a little bit wrong.
We furred out?
Well, we need to reverse fur it out.
So the wall in question here is this one, and we framed it a little bit too far that way. We probably butted this surface instead of the outside of the house. So we don't want to mess with this because it goes all the way up. Way up. What we're going to do is fur this one out a couple inches to match so that we have symmetry. And then we'll do the beams. Symmetry on the beams.
How furred?
Now,
What?
How furred you need it? How much?
Pretty furred.
How much fur you need?
Jamie will measure it.
Okay.
Okay, in the spirit of symmetry, we have it figured out. We're going to box this wall out to this line right here, and this will let 2 1/4 inches of the beam run past, just like it does over there.
it'll be great. 6 foot on center. It's a 24-foot wide, even space. So all the beams will lay out nice, and the edges of them will fall where I want on the door opening. So it's going to look right.
Yep. And if it didn't make sense yet, those beams are on the ceiling. I don't even know if we said.
Oh, yeah.
Those beams are on the ceiling. That's where they go.
You know, we assume too much because I'm sitting here staring at the plan forever and whatever.
Oh, I'm feeling symmetrical now.
Oh yeah.
Looks
Feel
good.
better already, huh?
So as well as working on stuff for the beams that are gonna be on all these ceilings, we're also straightening out a few framing things. One thing is this plate way up here, way up here, was a little crooked that way. So we're gonna try to shim down the face of this wall from 0 to whatever. And I'm gonna let Jamie look at that and see if that's the right amount of shim.
Kind of hard to see, but that looks a lot better.
I mean, is it right?
No, I don't know.
Of course, the last wall we built is the one that's crooked. Here's our really long shim. And I'm gonna gap it down because it's not ripped as wide. I'm gonna guesstimate right there. We're also furring this whole wall out 3 inches so that our stair tread nosing doesn't go out past the end of the wall. That's what's going on. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Think that needs a nailer right there?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we're finding all kinds of places that we just didn't quite finish. Like 98% done. So that needs to go like that. There we go. We're now also realizing that these wall cavities are way more than 10 feet. So we're adding this fire blocking now. And then I've got one more nailer on top of that wall and I think we'll be done. But this was a good lesson here, Jason. He doesn't care.
Good lesson in what?
Finish what you're doing while you can get to it from the outside like we could have before this. We could have stood right on this roof and done all this. Last piece of blocking right there on this whole section. I got to show you this. We had to do 3 separate pieces of fire blocking here to kind of pack this out. Did this back piece. Then this one was a little longer because of our furring being wider than that. And then a little finisher. So that was a tricky spot, and that's how we did it, by just breaking it down into 3 little pieces. Whoa, there it is. Jason and I have moved around the corner and set up on this section now where we need one more nailer. The problem is the nailer needs to be kind of halfway down on that wall plate due to the fact we gnawed some of the bottom of that truss off because this wall was a hair too tall. It's a long story, but basically we need to add the nailer to the side of the wall instead of the top of the wall, so we're making that happen. So to get this done, we're adding this 2x4 to the top of the wall plate, and that'll give us something to nail our nailer to on the side of instead of just a 1/2 inch of that other plate. Jason's gonna use this level like a giant straight edge to make a mark over here on the wall plate at the bottom of our sheetrock nailer. And that'll ensure that our sheetrock nailer is perfectly in plane with the bottom of all these. That's what we're looking for. Now we're just gonna chalk a line from 0 to his mark across this, and that'll be our nailer location. Bingo. And now we just apply the nailer and shoot it to the side of our plates. Brock, I got good news for you. Kind of.
Put it on me.
We saved you a lot of time on the front end of not doing all this blocking and crap that we're doing right now, and we wasted a lot of time on the back end having to get back up here again.
The back end is a bear.
Yeah, it is.
Here.
Oh, it's
But it's all done.
Well,
You're all got drywall or ceiling surface nailers all the way up, fire blocking.
you're telling me there's a chance.
There is a chance.
Telling me there's a chance here.
That is it for our video today. Thanks for building with us, as always. And just a reminder, if you haven't gotten subscribed to our YouTube channel, that really helps us out. So if you wouldn't mind to do that, if you enjoy our content, we'd appreciate it. And we will see you on the next one. We will pick up exactly where we left off on this one, right there. See ya.